Oh no, I've made a huge mistake. I've made a massive blunder. Here it is! We're in the 1% though. That goes from north to south in a single day. That's epic. Check this out, guys. Look at this sick view. Are you ready? Yo, YouTube, what's up? It's Triple P. How you guys doing? I'm out here in, I think it's Bedford, Ohio, looking for the cache of the week. It's a 2.5 difficulty, 4.5 terrain hiking cache. Let's go see if we can make the find. Here we go. All right, we're off and running. I will say there are 2 different ways you can approach this cache. I think I'm taking potentially the easier of the 2 ways, but maybe a little bit of a longer hike. I'll be honest, I don't know where this trail goes. What I do know is we need to end up way over there on the other side of the woods. And so I'm hoping I can take this trail here and cut across to be able to find the container. Now this is a important geocache for me because if we find it, it is Fizzy Loop 42, which is why I'm putting it on the channel as the cache of the week. It's an important cache. I want to find it. So I've had my eye on this cache, not because of Fizzy Loop 42, but because I was trying to find a 2.5, 4.5 for the 81 Fizzy series, but this one was missing. Some guy tried it in August, I think, of last year, and no maintenance got done. So I kept refreshing it, I kept looking at it, no maintenance, no maintenance. Finally, July rolls around, and the cache owner decides to come out, check on it, and he went ahead and replaced it. It is a regular size cache. I don't know if the original was an ammo box or what, but he has replaced it, so I'm hoping we can be one of the lucky people to find it after he's replaced it. Let's hope we can find it. Yo, look at these high weeds. This is crazy. Everything is so overgrown. I'm just walking through the weed tunnel right now. Let's turn it around. There we go. Over here to my left. Ow, those are thorns. There's a pond. And my view is literally just the big weeds. On the satellite map, it just looks like a big open field, right? It looks like, no big deal, just an open field. And you should be able to, just cross it and get through it like no problems. Well, that's not always the case, as you can see. Let's get to the woods over there. We're almost there. All right, we are making our way through the high weeds here. Honestly, it's okay. It's not the worst thing I've ever been in before. Yeah, there's thorns, there's some thistles, but realistically, it's not the worst. I mean, is it a trail? Kind of. It shows it as a trail on the map, but it's just very overgrown and very hard to find. So you got to use that satellite map so you know where you're going. Okay, we are getting close to the edge of the woods. There's the edge of the woods. And we're gonna kind of just make our way that way. I think there could be a creek crossing coming up here in 2 or 3 minutes. This is definitely worth coming this way for the 4.5 terrain. And just like movie magic, we're in the woods. But now I'm all itchy and scratchy from the big overgrown woods field there. Don't worry, I get to walk back through that. Go me. I made the decision, so I'm sticking with it. Okay, open woods hike, and we're about 1/4 mile to go. I really hope we find this because I want Fizzy Loop 42. I don't know how many days it's been, ProjectGC.com knows, since my last Fizzy Loop. Let's navigate the hills. All right, we are sort of on the home stretch. Let me show you where we're at on the phone here. So I'm that blue dot, and it is 0.17 miles. Pretty much like straight ahead down this little hill here. We kind of went around some of the like outer portions of the ravines to then just be up top instead of going down and then back up and over. Let's do this. Does look like we have not come across a creek crossing yet, but we're getting closer. Also, I think going this way definitely deserves the cache of the week, because I think coming from the other way, it probably would have just been a significantly easier hike. But this, coming this direction, makes it worth it. Ladies and gentlemen, we just came down that massive hill you see in front of me. And then we crossed that log right there. And now we're headed this way. We're closing in on this cache of the week. There's a homeless tarp right there. We're gonna focus and go this way. Let's do it. Rule number 1, never pass up an opportunity at a scenic view. Check this out, this is super cool. I hope I didn't mess things up by coming from this side, because it does look like I have to cross this creek to get to the other side. Also, there's another humongous tent in the background. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. There could be somebody in there, there could not be, who knows. Let's see. We've got to kind of follow the creek upstream and then cross to the other side and then make the find. Okay, we've made it to the other side. We're here. There's the creek there. We're now over here. The cache is like 525 feet straight down this path. Let's see if we can get there finally. Here we go. Oh no, I've made a huge mistake. I've made a massive blunder. I'm not hurt, I'm not injured, nothing like that. But it was a navigational error. I thought the cache was on the side that I crossed over on this creek. But hang with me, we gotta go underneath this log. Okay, we made it. But after looking at the map, it actually looks like it's back on the other side of the creek. I think we have to go back over there. Another creek crossing. Oh, this has been a whirlwind of a hike. The time I was up top looking at you, going down saying, it's straight ahead. Nope, that was a false bluff. Then, the time I crossed the creek the first time, nope, that was also wrong. Then, the time I crossed the other way, I've gotten my feet wet twice. The second crossing was good. We're now under 200 feet, making our way through the open woods, trying to get to this cache of the week that we've been trying to hunt down. Did I come at it the right way? Probably not. But you know what? I came at it the Triple P way. And honestly, even though I have wet feet, I wouldn't have done it any differently. Okay, let's collect the find and let's get Fizzy Loop 42. Here we go. This decaying log is my ground zero. Now there is a stump over here, which I want to look for. Let's go together. I don't know if he put it over here or not. It doesn't look like it's in there. It's not in there. That's a bummer. I was hoping it would be in there. It is not in there. That's where I would have put it. Sometimes you get a sign that shows you where the cache could be. I don't know if it's in there. I can't see anything. Let's move this log. It doesn't look like it belongs. Yes! Yes! Boom! We got it. We got it. Right there. Fizzy Loop 42. Come on! Ladies and gentlemen, a historic marking here on the Geocaching with Triple P channel. We are official, in the books, completed the challenge. We got it. let's sign off. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this cascading waterfall right back behind me is where we're going to wrap up this cache of the week. If you're not a Geocaching with Triple P subscriber, I hope you'll consider subscribing so you can help me reach my sub goal of 390 subs. I'll see you guys out on the trail. Have a good one.